Hello people, I'm Rajorshi. Today we are going to dive deep in the realm of world cinema. World cinema can be best described as cinema from an alien culture. Although cinema from all over the world might have different languages, cultural motives, and visual imagination, but yet film buffs relate to the basic human condition, ingenuity of the makers, and the craft. Today, we analyze Breathless, a film made by Jean-Luc Godard in the year 1960. Breathless is a seminal film which belongs to the French New Wave cinema. French New Wave cinema actually tries to focus on the craft of filmmaking rather than following on the path of story-dependent cinema. The founding father of French New Wave cinema were Jean-Luc Godard, Francois Truffaut, and others. The presence of the director is felt in every moment of the film. Breathless is a landmark movie which tries to capture the French identity and also vividly grasps the influence of the American cinema. I would go further in saying this film draws the line between the real and fiction. It constantly negotiates the over-fictitious elements of Hollywood movies with characters which are grounded in reality.
Je voudrais penser à quelque chose et je n'arrive pas.
The lead protagonist, Michel, which is played by Jean-Paul Belmondo, is a trickster. He steals cars and lives off all kinds of fraudulent acts. In the first quarter of the film, he kills a policeman when he tries to catch him and comes in the radar of city police. In this film, Michel is a huge fan of American actor Humphrey Bogart and tries to copy his mannerisms. After escaping from the crime scene, Michel goes to meet his American lover Patricia. Patricia is an amateur American journalist trying to make her living in Paris. On her first appearance, we see Patricia selling newspapers. This film is designed in the form of an American thriller, where two policemen are after Michel. In the end, Patricia betrays Michel and gives his whereabouts to the police. Although the storyline seems simple, but the treatment of the characters, the dialogues, the setting, that is Paris, adds to its enamored visual treat. Furthermore, in this film, the city of Paris comes to life. It is said Godard shot his cinema in real location, and the passerby were also had no knowledge that the film is being shot, and this adds to genuinity of the reactions. I would go into a few extraordinary cinematic moments to give you a feel why Breathless has become a cult film and influenced generation of filmmakers. It is a style, the casual nature of filmmaking that entices you but also disturbs you. It is almost a tutorial on filmmaking, with tracking shots, close-ups, the jump cuts being employed with fantastic precision. For example, in one scene, Michel breaks the fourth wall and starts interacting with the camera while driving a stolen car. The audience is literally brought inside the vehicle to be a part of the chase.
Si vous n'aimez pas la mer, si vous n'aimez pas la montagne, si vous n'aimez pas la ville, allez vous faire foutre.
The confrontation between Michel and the policeman is abrupt and is displayed by extreme close-ups and hurried. Godard challenges the notion of American filmmaking by breaking away from their representation of a murder. It is followed by Michel running frantically to save his life. This also helps us to distinguish between Humphrey Bogart and Michel. Patricia in one scene states, "I don't know if I'm unhappy because I'm not free, or if I'm not free because I'm happy."
I don't know if I'm unhappy because I'm not free, or if I'm not free because I'm unhappy.
This poses deep questions about modernity and urban life. Patricia and Michel have great chemistry. It is as if both of them are play acting throughout the film. We see Michel proposing her a million times and asking if he could sleep with her. Patricia's responses remain blurred. Michel's expressions and behavior is one like that of a child. His mood changes frequently and he contradicts himself constantly. Michel's carelessness perturbs serious audiences and it might be interpreted as casual filmmaking. There exists an extraordinary level of sexual freedom between Patricia and Michel. The film is marked with many sexual innuendos. In one scene, Patricia says she wants to be in love with Michel, but at the same time she doesn't want to.
Je ne peux pas être amoureuse de toi. J'ai téléphoné à la police pour ça.
The film builds on the extraordinary interactions of the above-mentioned protagonists. But the character of the author is very deep. He states in a question from Patricia that what is his ultimate goal? He states, to be immortal and then die. I guess that is Godard's voice, which is represented by the author. As we reach the last quarter of the film, we see Michel becoming tired. He states, I'm tired. I'm going to die. After the policeman threatened Patricia, if she doesn't inform them about Michel, she might have problems with her visa. She's in a fix, but she decides to inform the police. As we go forward in the story, she confronts Michel and states she has informed the police. Michel's casual anger is almost discomforting. The film ends with Michel being shot on a street of Paris. He still tries to run, but he falls down. The last chase is devoid of any thrill. This film also mentions many cultural elements, such as artwork by Renoir, classical music of Mozart, Chopin and Brahms, novels by Faulkner. In its entirety, Breathless is a representative of the French cultural identity and keeps us glued to it by building up on the conflict between French New Wave cinema and Hollywood-style movies. From a distance, Breathless tries to capture the hostility between the old world and the new world.
Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest updates from WTF.